How was your first day back?
It was beautiful, just getting back on the field, having fun, being around my coaches and team again. It was just a beautiful day for me, honestly.
Just describe what this whole process has been like for you.
Just another line of adversity, struck against me, where I was, faced against a battle with myself, and just had to continue to work, and just do better for myself, honestly. It's been a up and down process, but I'm thankful for all the people I got around me to help me, kind of get back on my feet.
Who are some of the people you've relied on most throughout this process?
Everybody around this organization, the Snyders, Coach Rivera, Coach Jordan, all the players in that locker room, they welcome me with open arms, and, I'm thankful for them.
During that rehab process, are there any highs or lows you mentioned that stand out to you as being particularly meaningful?
Just the adversity itself, I guess I'm the king of adversity. I've been dealt with so much adversity in my life, this is just another situation where, I just got to be stronger than what I'm up against. I've had my tests, just having to be away from ball, be away from the organization for a little while, just kind of get myself together. But all of that time was well much needed.
Today, did you have any limitations, feel like you couldn't trust the knees much, or were you able to pretty much do what you felt like in the preseason?
My plan today was to, just go out there and just, see what I could do. And I did a little bit more than I thought I would be able to do today. So, that's positive.
And if you are able to play, just being a few days away from your regular season NFL debut, I mean, maybe you don't want to look too far ahead, but just what would that opportunity be like, and how exciting would it be back in the lineup?
That would be great, but right now it's just one day at a time, continue to make, positive strides, and, hopefully soon.
Brian, do you think he'll be able to play Sunday, or is that too soon?
Just one day at a time, honestly. I couldn't even tell you right now.
What is your mindset right now? Just being back in the locker room, the practice, like how do you think back to that day in late August and kind of how far you've come since then?
My mindset, is no different than it's always been. I've always, been prideful for this game and, just how I like to attack the field when I'm playing. So my mindset not going to change. I expect to, dominate as soon as I come back on the field. I don't really want to get too much into what's in the past. I just plan on moving forward, and looking for what's ahead of us, and try to help, this team, make some progress.
Are you surprised you're here right now? I mean, it's only been 5 weeks.
Yes, it's been a long 5 weeks, but it's a lot of work. We put in a lot of work over that time, and I could say, I did everything I needed to do over that time period, to make sure I was here today.
And when it happened, were you thinking of football right away, or did that enter your mind, what it meant for you and your career, or how did kind of what happened? Did you think about your career at all, or whether it'd be taken away from you or anything like that?
Once the doctors told me I'll be able to play ball again, then my mind automatically clicked into what I needed to do to get myself back on the football field. So, just listening to the doctors and the trainers and everybody who's been in my circle, helping me, they've, done everything they possibly could, to get me to this point, and I'm just thankful for all of them, honestly.
You mentioned all the adversity you've faced along the way. How has that transformed you?
Just when you faced with new adversity, you already got the mindset, to overcome, just whatever it takes for you to overcome whatever you're up against. And, this was by far, the worst, I've ever dealt with. But, mentally just being strong and just knowing how to battle through adversity and, overcome, whatever you're up against. And, just a similar situation mentally, just having to be stronger than what I'm up against.
You played in the preseason, but you've never played a game as a Washington Commander. What's it been like to have the fan support, the organizational support, considering you just got here?
It's great, honestly. It's a blessing, to just have, the fan support, and just, so many people, reach out to me and just, have my back, throughout this whole process. It was tough. It felt good to, have people that actually care, and, actually, look forward to seeing me get back out doing what I love to do. So, overall, I'm appreciative of, all the love and support from, my friends, fans, family, everybody.
Brian, welcome back. Great to see you. You went through a horrible experience, and part of the recovery process, there's a physical aspect, obviously, but then also there's the mental aspect. How did you work through that process of to kind of get where you are today?
Really, just staying grounded on, what I want from this whole deal and where I want to be at in my life. I want to be a football player. I want to be here, so just staying in tune to what's going on in this building and the people that, I spend, most of my time with every day, just staying connected to those people and the coaches and everybody around the building just help me stay in tune, to what's going on here. Just help me kind of release what's going on the other side, honestly.
Well said. And, in this world, there's a lot of people going through different forms of adversity, and they look at your story and what you've gone through, and they probably see you as an inspiration and maybe like a role model to kind of fight through the adversity. What kind of message do you want to send to those folks that are maybe down a little bit and going through adversity themselves?
Never give up on something you really truly believe in. Like, my passion for this game runs so deep. I never thought I'd be in a situation where I had to question or I'd be questioned if I'll be able to return back to playing football. So, my message would be, whatever you want, just go after it, man. It really don't matter, what it take. Ups and downs gonna come with it. You just gotta fight. You gotta fight to the end. Fighting to the finish. Just keep fighting away until the time comes. So. Pretty much that's how my process of recovering been. Just fighting and attacking, and every single day I came in here, and come today, I was able to go out on the football field again. So the process leading up to today, all the details and everything I did, to recover myself and get my feet back up under me. Just staying consistent with the routine you need to do to make sure you kind of put yourself in line for where you're trying to go.
Brian, welcome back. I saw you run a running back drill, and after that drill, you pointed to the sky. What was that moment like? What were you thinking, and why did you do that?
I did that, because that was just the first thing. God was the first man I had to put in first. After I went through the running back drill that you're talking about, like, I was forced to do a few movements and cuts in that drill that I wasn't completely confident in before walking out on the field. So, after doing the drill, that just helped me gain more confidence in myself. So by the time I finished that drill, I knew that, I was, at least where I needed to be, if not a little bit further as far as, the progress I've made.
Coach was saying that they had to hold you back a little bit. Like, how excited were you to just do more?
I was just having fun, man. I had to spend a little bit over a month away from the ball. That's not the longest time period I've been away from football, but for the circumstances, man, I was just so happy to be back out there, man. I was excited, and I'm a high football energy person. Like, I'm excited when I'm on the football field, regardless if I was coming off of an injury or whatnot. I was just excited to be back out there. I just wanted to do a little bit more just to prove to myself that I can do it and just continue to gain the confidence I need, to step back out on that field.
Take 3 more. You watching, this is going to be a transition for you from college to the pros regardless. What have you been able to pick up watching the games about this transition that you're about to go to on the field?
I've definitely just have none but time to watch over the last couple weeks. So, obviously the speed of the game, it's a little bit sped up as far as, there's a lot of great guys on both sides of the ball. The speed is going to be very fast. That's the biggest transition. I play in one of the best leagues in college. It's pretty fast. I didn't feel like the transition was as big, like from college to the pros. But guys in the NFL are just more detailed, they're more physical, they're faster, they're just better overall football players. So, I just got to be on top of my game when I expect to get back on the field so I can compete against those guys.
And that first day you came back to the building, you brought cookies as part of your rookie duties. Have you still been fulfilling those duties throughout?
Yeah, I always make sure I take care of my running backs.
What have you learned most about yourself throughout this?
What I learned about myself that, I could pretty much fight anything I'm up against. It don't really matter. Like, just mentally, just strong. Just had to be strong mentally. I learned a lot about myself. Honestly, I really can't, just be specific on just everything I've learned about myself. But the one thing I've definitely learned about myself is that I'm definitely ambitious, and I'm going to fight for anything I believe in. If I believe that I can return back to the field and do what I need to do to the level that I want to do it to, then that's the steps I'm taking to put myself in that position.
And then your coach said that you told them and how fortunate you feel. What do you remember when you're lying in that hospital bed? What do you remember thinking? What do you remember?
I just remember being, probably one of the lowest points of my life. That was probably the lowest point I ever been in my life. Only thing I remember from being in the hospital is just, receiving all the love and, everybody reaching out to me, spreading the love. That was all I needed at the time. People probably didn't know, that was all I needed at the time was, the love and the care and the respect, from, just the situation I was in. And, I don't think, the crowd know, how much that meant to me just for the situation I was in, just to spread that love, so that's the biggest thing I remember, just, everybody reaching out to me, showing love and, just praying for me.
All right. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.